Hi there, my little ghost. Welcome back to my channel. I cannot tell you how excited I am for today's reading, and I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna come up. So as you already saw in the title, this is gonna be a reading based on your favorite character, and a lot of fandoms out there might enjoy this. I don't know, at least I thought that you guys would. So to explain a little bit about what's going on, we are going to pull some oracles to try to read the energy of your favorite character. You should be able to identify them based on the first set of oracles. And after that, we are going to see how your character would perceive you, how you would appear to them, how they would describe you. We're gonna pull some tarot cards to see how you guys would interact. And we are going to finish off with some advice from them. So now that we clarify that, I invite you to pick one of these piles. We have pile 1 with this ring, and I believe this is turquoise. We have pile 2, and I would say this is citrine, but I'm honestly not sure because the person that I bought it from didn't know either. So it's just really pretty. It's a pretty yellow crystal. We have pile 3 with this ring, and this is definitely amethyst. And we have pile 4 with this snake serpent ring. So guys, pause the video if you need to. The timestamps will be in the description and in the comments if I don't forget to post them, and I will see you in your reading. Hello there, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So if you guys chose this card and this ring, let's take a look at your favorite character, shall we? So this card actually comes into play a little later, so we're gonna take it out of the scene for now. And I forgot to light up the candle, actually, so let's do that first. Let's get a little light in here. Okay. So, to begin, if you guys have watched the intro, what we're gonna do is we are going to take a look at all of these oracles, and we're gonna try to check in with your favorite character's energy. Why can't I speak today? Okay, so without further ado, we start with the Self. We have Libra with balance, number 7. We have the Wise One, tradition and order. You guys actually got 2 of these cards. So we have culmination with number 7 again. And we also have perseverance with number 12. Culmination and perseverance. We have hero or heroine, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. We have rejection, and this card is going to be interesting. It's going to play out a little different than the others. I'm going to explain in a second. Let me just try to arrange these so that they all fit. Let me see. Let me see what you guys see. Okay, these can go a little bit to the right, and we should be able to... Yep, everything's clear. And finally, the last one is number 9 with change. All right, really interesting vibrations from this character, I must say. So I've already shuffled all the oracles, and I'm just gonna say that I kind of have an image in my head for what most of these characters might be. I mean, to me at least, this energy could describe a lot of characters. It's not just one. To me. This character seems like someone who is driven to not let fate, someone who doesn't believe in fate, first of all. This person does not just let things roll. They are their main character in their lives, and they are also the director of their lives. This person is definitely someone who is calculated, someone who does not leave anything to chance. This person does not play games when it comes to how they envision their life. I feel like this is someone who has risen from not necessarily poverty, but who knew what they wanted, and they wanted like a high function, or they wanted just to be acknowledged, and they wanted to have dominion, or they wanted to have control, not in a toxic way necessarily, although it could be for some, but more in, they wanted responsibility, and they wanted to be in charge. This is not someone who just watches life as it passes them by. This is someone who creates reality, and the way they shape things seems to affect others as well. What I'm seeing for them is that this person definitely is one to respect order, to respect rules and traditions. This is reminding me of a little bit of the Emperor card in tarot, but also the Hierophant, because I do believe that while they respect tradition, they might make some of the rules themselves to kind of fit their circumstances. But for the most part, it seems like, if not reflected in reality, their actions seem to be based on what they think is fair and what they think will be for the greater good. I definitely think that this person weighs their decisions before they make a decision. They weigh their options a lot, and I definitely see this person as someone who strikes with the sort of justice, so to speak, and there's no cutting corners with them. There's no negotiating necessarily. I mean, negotiating it could be, but in sense of, if you want to be rehabilitated, or if you want to be on their good side, then you have to sacrifice something. You have to give something of equal value, okay, with this Libra energy here. I definitely see this person, like I said, as someone who thinks that they're doing good. They might have their own moral compass if this isn't like the greater good, if this isn't the societal good. They might have their own moral compass that they guide themselves by, and I feel like there's some things that they just won't negotiate. They won't, what's the word I'm looking for? God, what's the word I'm looking for? Come on. There's like a lot of information coming from this person. This is someone whose mind is extremely active, and they have like 2-3 streams of thought at a time. This is someone who might actually, with the change card here, in their universe, in their reality, this is someone who implements a huge change. Things, as soon as they step in and they reach their moment of glory, and when they reach their full potential, it's like the world around them takes a turn for not the worse, not the better, but like change. There's a definite change in the air. I cannot say it could be different for like your favorite characters in their different universe and circumstances. I want to say for some of you, it could be that the entire world changes according to their actions and decisions, or it could be that just people close to them and their lives are influenced by this person's decisions. It could also be that when they reach a culmination point, when they reach their full potential, or like a climax of their story, it could be that this person also undergoes a change. It might be like something they didn't foresee, something they weren't able to predict, something that didn't fit their initial plan. It's something that turns their world upside down, that they were not expecting. And for some of you, this might be how your character is unalived, for example. If they do get unalived in the story, this change, this climax could induce their passing. I want to say it seems like to themselves, they seem to be the hero of the story. And when I say hero, it's not just that they're the main character, they could be, but in their head, it seems like they are the savior, the messiah, the hero, the person that needs to save to purge the evil from the world or something like that. And I definitely feel like they have this passion, if not obsession, to obliterate something that they deem as evil or bad or immoral or against the rules, you know, something that doesn't fit the equation. And this card here, because I told you we would talk about it because this is important. The rejection card, especially with the number 13, this is the card of their demise. This is what would cause or did cause their demise, or their biggest weakness. And for this person, we have rejection. So I definitely see that this being something they worked for or they waited for their entire life, something they obsessed over, something that perhaps they didn't know when to let go of, they didn't know when to stop pursuing, to save themselves maybe. This thing, the rejection here could be from a partner, could be from a friend, could be from someone they were like romantically invested in, or someone they wanted, they obsessed over and wanted a connection with. But it, for the most part, I'm seeing this as their ideal, this ideal to be the hero, to purge whatever demons from the world. I see this as being their demise, because perhaps they, in their attempt to establish balance or to establish justice, they actually were going against the divine balance, if you want. They were actually trying to reject the idea of evil or of outcast or anything like that. But in so doing, they were denying the balance to, you know, there was no balance to speak of. If there's no evil, there's no good, right? It doesn't make sense. So it could be that whatever they were fighting against finally gets them, because the dark side, quote unquote, needs to prevail too, because otherwise there isn't a balance, you know. And it's like this person completely rejected a certain idea, a certain class of people, or a certain reality. They did not want to take that as a possibility, as an option, as, you know, something that just exists. And so their rejection of that finally led to, or could lead to, their demise. So yeah, I'm really curious. Like, you guys definitely let me know in the comments what character this is, if you vibe with this, because I can only think of one. I'll tell you at the end, because I don't want you to be biased or anything for the rest of the reading. This is pretty much their profile. So we're gonna move into your next set of oracles. So the next ones are actually talking about how this character would see you, what their impression of you would be. Okay, so let's see, pile one. Okay, so how would your favorite character see you, pile one? We have harmony, we have attraction, and we have Libra again, and with harmony again, Libra. So I feel like you really vibe with this character. We have Taurus, very interesting. We have miracles, and finally we have malachite. So pile one, this is really interesting to me. I feel like if you were to meet your favorite character, their impression of you would be very Venus influenced. It's like when they look at you, they see the world through rose-colored glasses. It's like you make them see things from a different perspective. Or it could be that your character would see you as their ideal, of how things should be, of how life should be, their ideal of balance, their ideal of yin and yang completing each other. And there's definitely some attraction here. Like, I feel like you two would vibe, especially on a mental plane. You would have loads to talk about, and with them being represented by the Libra and you in their mind being a Libra here too, it could be that you both are Libras, or it could be that you both have air signs or really good communicators. You might have good Mercury placements. Tactician is another thing that comes to mind. You guys might be really good at planning and organizing and scheduling, and yeah, it's like you guys can overtake the the entire world together if you put your minds at it. But with this Taurus energy also here, I feel like this person would feel grounded with you. I feel like they would feel balanced in your company, because wherever they might exaggerate, you will come and complete them and calm them down and kind of set them on the middle path again. Because I feel like this person can stray and can go a little character, you guys get it, first of all. They can go a little cray-cray, they can go a little obsessive, and I'm also hearing, what's the word, God, they might take like some sort of, they might make something like a doctrine, you know, like something they just simply cannot escape and cannot stray from. And you guys, they see you as someone who can step in and reestablish the right course for them and be like, no, 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 like this isn't the right trajectory. You need to counteract it with a little bit of this or that. I definitely feel like there would be trust between the two of you. I'm really used to doing love readings, so if I say, you know, if I start talking like this is a love reading, you guys understand that this is just, it's a fictional character and it's a hypothetical, you know, what would happen. So also what I feel is really important to mention, because it keeps like coming up in these cards, I definitely feel like this character would see you as extremely attractive, both mentally and physically. Like you would be their type. Something about the way you look, the way you smell, the way you dress, the way you taste, the way you carry yourself would be extremely appealing for them. And they would see you as someone, for example, if they are someone masculine, they would see you as their feminine counterpart, and they would see you as extremely feminine and therefore extremely attractive and complementary to them. So yeah, this is really interesting so far. I'm gonna read this Malachite card because this is important too. So Malachite stands for cleansing trauma, intensity, and transformation. Malachite takes no prisoners, at least with your spiritual journey. A powerful conduit for energy, Malachite cleanses the emotional body of trauma, whether from this life or a past life. A teacher of emotional responsibility, Malachite asks that you take accountability for your feelings and helps you to release patterns that no longer serve you. Look deep within the worlds and patterns of Malachite to access other dimensions within yourself. Explore different timelines and hidden messages. Bring your subconscious to light. And we have Scorpio, Capricorn, and Venus here. So again, Venus energy. I definitely feel like this character would see you as someone who will transform their perspective and who will help them see things from a different point of view and understand how to establish justice and to establish balance. One does not need to obliterate the opposing force, but to make sure that neither actually takes over, because that is where disasters can happen. So this is pretty much what I'm getting here. Let's move into the tarot, shall we? All right. So for you guys, we are going to work with this deck here, the Elemental Power Tarot. Oh, now that's weird. So I haven't used this tarot deck in a long time. I'm not gonna blabber long about this, but I just realized I had a pendulum and I was wondering where it had gone, because I haven't seen it in years, and I just found my pendulum, so maybe this is important. Okay. I believe this is rose quartz. So once again, we have that loving, beautiful, loving energy. So let's see, pile one. We're gonna see how you and your favorite character would interact with the tarot, and then we're gonna ask for advice from them. Now, I feel like I should mention the reason why I did this reading is not like necessary, you know, it's fun because it's fun, first of all. But I want to say the energy of your favorite character exists somewhere in the world. If there isn't at least one person in the world who resembles your character and their personality and whatnot, there is energy out there that is like yours. Yeah, there is actual energy in the universe that could represent your character identically, and we're basically like asking for this information from a higher spirit that would embody, you know, that this sort of vibe that your favorite character might have. So in a way, you're actually kind of getting these messages from them. So let's give this one more shuffle. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, how would pile one interact with their favorite character? What would their interaction / story be like? Okay, we have the Tower reversed. We have Death. We have the High Priestess. Wow. So far we have a lot of major arcana. We have the Six of Wands, sorry. And finally we have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So I feel like these the interaction between you and your character would literally save them from their demise. With the Tower here, they are definitely, in their story, they are definitely on a wrong foundation when it comes to their motives and what they're trying to achieve from like a universal point of view, so to speak. They might think they're doing good, you know, but for whatever reason their motive seems, the base of what they're doing seems to be kind of crooked. And I feel like you would help them avoid this complete, you know, the distraction part if they actually happen to like be unalived, or if their plan fails or whatever happens to them. You would help prevent this from happening, even if it's just, for example, them going mad or over their plan failing or something. You would help prevent this. How? Well, this would be by implementing a change, allowing them to look deep into themselves and understand that there is a different perspective, that things should not necessarily be the way they thought they were, that perhaps whatever they're doing is influenced by something someone else has done to them, and they're trying to square things up. Maybe they are, for example, generalizing, you know, oh, this kind of person once hurt me, so all these persons that are of this kind are bad and must be destroyed or suppressed or oppressed, or yeah, you get the point. Once again, we have number 13, so that could be significant. I feel like you would bring stability to them, because 13 would reduce to a 4, and 4 is the number of stability. You would bring a stable perspective, and you would bring balance into their life. And with the High Priestess here, I also feel like you would help them see things from a bigger perspective, like I said, from like an objective or universal point of view of how, you know, we don't necessarily hold the knowledge of good and evil, and we cannot necessarily fathom, you know, what the universe has planned and why things are the way they are. And it's not up to us necessarily to change the world sometimes, because, you know, the things we deem as unworthy or bad might not necessarily be that it's just the way we perceive them to be that way. I definitely feel like you would bring a more intuitive, a little esoteric point of view to this person, and that would help them sort of explore themselves, explore their emotions, and explore the actual reasons why they wanted to do this in the first place. With the six of wands here, I definitely feel like you would help this person be successful. And I mean by that, for example, if this person was not necessarily liked by their peers, by society, or the people around them, despite them trying to, you know, make things right, I definitely feel like your influence on them would have turned things around and would have made them extremely well loved and appreciated and successful. And whatever it was that, whatever it could be that they desired to achieve, that they could achieve it. And it would also attract praise from people around them as well. With this knight here, with this Knight of Pentacles, I definitely feel like you would slow this person down, but not slow them to a crawl necessarily, but you would allow them to see that sometimes they need to slow down, sometimes they need to think twice, maybe even 5 or 10 times about where they're going and why they want to go there, and is this the right route, and do we have all the directions, and let's start building little by little, and let's not rush into things. Because this person also kind of gives me a little sometimes when it comes to their reasons, not their planning, but their reasons are very Knight of Swords type of thinking. This is really fast and chaotic and impulsive, and the opposite of that would be this Knight of Pentacles. Is like, oh, slow down, you know, think it over and take your time, there's no rush, you know, because what if you know where you're going, and if you have a well-devised plan, you can take your time and enjoy the journey and smell the roses on the way too, you know. So this is how I feel you would influence them. Let's get some advice. Let's see what advice they would give you. Pile 1. Okay. Let's give this a good shuffle. Let's see, what advice would Pile 1's favorite character have for them? Ooh, come on. Okay, so this kind of wanted to come out. So we have the Wheel of Fortune to start. What else? We have the 10 of Cups. Okay. We have way too many cards. Let's do that again. I love this deck. I love the card stock, but it, like, we always have a lot of jumpers using it. Can we get a couple more? What advice would you have for my Pile 1? Thank you. We have the Hierophant reversed. All right. What advice would you have for my Pile 1? I'll take this one. Can we get one more? I don't know if that's the King or the Queen of Swords. I'm gonna have to look it up. This is confusing in this deck. Can we get one more, please? Okay, the Chariot. All right. So I want to check first what this card is. King or Queen. All right. Towards the end. Queen of Coins, Queen of Swords. This is the King. All right, so we have the King of Swords. Great. Jolly good. So this actually kind of confirms what I've said about them, but what I'm getting, pile one, from your favorite character, they would tell you that fate sometimes plays a major role, and we cannot do much about it to change the trajectory. And I feel like, you know, this is more their higher self, their purest energy talking, not necessarily the character as they are in the movie, but more so their evolved version, and after learning their lessons and everything. So they would tell you that sometimes you should not try to oppose what fate has in store for you, because, you know, the universe might just know better what is good for you, and what you think was your wish fulfillment might end up disappointing you. What you thought was your dream reality, you know, might not actually be that, might have been an illusion. And it could be that by trying to oppose where the universe is trying to pull you, or the change of course of events at some certain point, by trying to avoid that or to go against it, you might be going against your blessings, and you might be going against some gifts that you could never even fathom the universe would bestow upon you. With this Hierophant here, ironically enough, because I just said that this person was giving Hierophant vibes, rules and structure and abiding to the customs of how things have always been and all of that. I definitely see this as being confirmation that they want you to sometimes make your own rules and question, not necessarily question authority, but question the reasons why things are the way they are, and why people act the way they do, why some customs are still standing, and if they should actually still stand, and if those actually fit with you and with who you feel in your soul that you are. So for example, just because everyone, I don't know, just because everyone is deeming as socially acceptable to, I don't know why, you tell me something. I'm not getting anything right now, but they basically challenge the status quo, challenge what doesn't feel like is vibing with you, what doesn't feel like what feels forced, you know, what you feel like you have to force yourself into a tight space to do just to conform. Non-conformity basically is the message here. With this King of Swords, now this is that tactician, planner, wise part of this character's personality, and they are definitely saying, you know, if you are, for example, studying, they are encouraging you to keep doing that. They are encouraging you to do research. They are encouraging you to think twice before making decisions. They're encouraging you to be good listeners, because you might learn from other people's mistakes, so you don't have to make the same mistake again yourself, and therefore advance faster in whatever endeavor it is that you have planned for yourself. So this is really wise old man sort of energy. They don't have to be old, but they definitely have the wisdom and the intelligence present here, and they advise you to follow in their steps with that. And with the Chariot here, I definitely see them as advising you to know what it is you're fighting for, and to channel your energy in that direction, and not let yourself be scattered in, you know, several ways, because when you know what you want, if you laser focus on that, you will get there faster. You will be able to overcome the challenges in the way. And I feel like if you guys have, for example, the tendency to, if you get bored easily, if you find yourself easily distracted, you know, if you question whether the way you do things, or if you question your plan, your destination, your favorite character is advising you to take some time to really think it over, to decide on one thing that you want to follow, and just do that and focus on that, because you're gonna get it done and you're gonna get the success that follows, and you're gonna be able to, like I said, overcome any hops in the road if you don't let your mind wander, if you don't let the naysayers tell you you can't do something. Yeah, just pay attention on your goal and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I mean, of course, after thinking thoroughly, and yeah, if you really feel in your heart that this is the right thing for you, don't do something, you know, stubbornly when everyone's telling you you're gonna get yourself killed. Like, maybe take advice there. Okay, don't put yourself in danger. So this is pretty much the advice part, and I'm really pondering, like, this wasn't necessarily planned, but I think I'm gonna pull you guys some more cards, some notes for confirmation, just, you know, about your favorite character. So let me see. Let's pull you guys some things, like appearance, for example. Yeah, we're gonna pull you some appearance cards and maybe some songs and signs. Why not? We're gonna do those because those are fun. All right, so can we first get some signs that will confirm pile 1's character? If these don't resonate, don't force anything. If they resonate, cool. If they don't, that's fine. Not all of them are gonna resonate anyways, because you guys cannot possibly be asking about the same one character, I bet. So let's see, can we get some signs that resonate with pile 1's favorite character, Spirit? Woo! So first we have Claw. We have No. Or No Claw. Okay. Can we get one more? 1, not 30 would be nice. But I think the top one wanted to fly out. And we also have Captain. Holy shit. I shit you not. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna come clean. I'm gonna come out and say that I had a character in mind here. And if you had anyone from Pirates of the Caribbean, because, well, we have Jack also out and watching the reading with us, then you might be correct. So the character I got when pulling cards for you guys, so in my mind at least, and the way kind of everything vibed, was Beckett. And I was like, whose favorite character like ever was Beckett, like Cutler Beckett? If you know the pirate saga, you know that that's the biggest bastard that everyone has ever hated. Anyways, if this is your favorite character, congratulations, we thought the same thing. But do let me know down below who you were thinking about, because oh my god, I'm dying to know. Let's pull some songs. Let's see what songs would vibe with pile 1's character, Spirit. What songs would vibe with pile 1's character? Okay, we have airplanes. What else? Oh my god, chest. Chest much? That'd be a sign. We have Melanie Martinez, Pacify Her. And we have Halsey, Him, and I. Okay, and last but not least, we are going to pull you some appearance notes, what they might look like, basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to do 5 of these, just because this is fun. It is really fun. We have, you find it hard to accept that they have to wear a t-shirt. Okay, well, that flew away. So, yeah, you might find them attractive, especially on the chest area or abdominal area. You like their hands / nails. Very specific. We have dyed hair, beard, or mustache. And what else we have? What else do we have? Once again, these don't have to all resonate, and if they don't, it's fine. We have something about that booty though. Okay. All right, I'll take that. And we have a strong jaw. So pile one, this is where I'm gonna leave your reading. If you guys want to book a private reading with me, you can find a link down below. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can also do that down below and join our little squad, notification squad, by clicking on the bell. Like this video, you know what to do, and comment down below and let me know how it resonated. And I really want to know what character this was for you, because I must know. Okay, I must, and you must comment. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope I will see you very soon in another reading. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you guys chose this card together with this ring, then this is gonna be a reading about what your favorite character would think about you. So let's get into it. This card is actually gonna come and play a role later on. For now, we are going to check these oracles right here. So to start, if you missed the intro, we are going to take a look at your character energy, your character's energy. You should recognize them in this part. Then we're gonna see some oracles for how they perceive, or they would perceive, you, and we're gonna ask for advice. We're gonna get some more signs, you know, confirmation that this is them, blah 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 blah. I also want to preface this by saying this reading is mostly for fun purposes, obviously, fandoming, fan stuff, but I wanted to say the energy of your favorite character is real. For example, what I mean by that is either someone on this planet might actually embody the energy of your character, or basically you know, resemble them a lot, or precisely in not exactly, but you know, as close as possible. Or, you know, it could be that in the universe out there somewhere, there is some sort of energy, some sort of entity, some sort of something like that, that embodies this energy as well. So we're talking to a higher energy that has this personality slash vibe to it that resembles your character, basically. Or that is your character, whatever you want to say. So, to start, we have the Kiss. We have Virgo with Digest. We have the Scholar, Investigation, Research. We have Clarity with Citrine and the Sun, number 18. We have number 6 as well, and I think this is 60. We have Don Juan, spotlights your positive seductive qualities. We have Expectation, and we have Inner Child. Now this card is gonna play an important role. It's different than the others in this reading, so we're gonna talk about it a little later. So pile 2, who is your character? Now I have a mental picture of what this character would be, at least for me, from the characters that I know and that I admire, I guess, because I kind of do. I'm not gonna spoil it though, because this could be many characters. Obviously it's gonna be different for you, but definitely let me down below how it resonates. So let's get into it. The Kiss energy here is the one that kind of dominates the spectrum, and now this could be someone for whom love is big, like in their universe, in their story, love is something that they kind of run. It's something that gives them energy, that gives them, that motivates them to get out of bed, to live, basically. This love could be romantic, but it could also be platonic. It could be like the universal divine love. This could definitely be the love of, for example, an angelic being or a higher entity. Your character could be of divine origin. They could be an angel, or they could be just a figure that, you know, drives themselves with and by love. They might or might not be in a relationship. This could be also addressed towards a dear friendship. It could be someone in the family. and this character, it seems like they would sacrifice, they would do anything just to make sure that the thing that they love the most is safe and happy, or at least that they manage to spread the love to bless others with their light as well. There's a lot of light and warmth about this character, and we have yellow here, pretty dominant. We have this yellow and orange here. We have yellow here with citrine, and it has this like sunny glow in the clouds kind of thingy. We have this here. We have the sunny glow here on the window, and we have a lot of yellow in this inner child. Oh, and the ring, obviously the ring was yellow, and your card that you picked was yellow as well. So yellow could be a significant color. It could kind of signify the heavens, for example, or like just their celestial appearance, or their ethereal glow, or joy. This seems to be like a very joyous, very happy, bubbly character, if I'm honest. And I definitely see them as wanting to make a difference, to offer their service. I feel like this is a creature of service. Whatever it is that they do in their story, they are serving a greater cause, they are serving humanity in a way, and they are serving, if there's a person that they care about or another character, they're serving them as well, or they're trying to, at least. I also see this person as someone who might enjoy food a lot, like food or just drinks, but food specifically. They might have the munchies a lot, they might snack a lot. I also see this person as someone who works, not necessarily, you know, tediously, but not necessarily physical hard work, although it could be, but it's something they're passionate about. With this color here, I definitely see this person as someone who might enjoy writing or reading, communication in that sense, but I see them as mostly as an introvert. I don't see them as like a motivational speaker or something like that. They could be a teacher at best, a teacher character, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why I thought twice about that. Anyways, they could be a teacher or a preacher, but for the most part I see them as in the room kind of bookworm, you know, like a bookworm kind of character. They definitely enjoy doing research, they love investigating, they love, you know, putting two and two together to see what they might find or find out. And this is giving me also like antiquarian vibes or library bookshop type of vibes, so it could have something to do with that. They might also enjoy drawing, or they might do calligraphy, or scrolls could be significant, like as a symbol in general for their universe, for their environment. Dark academia, I heard dark academia too, so like academia in general could be like a theme or like an aesthetic that they kind of fit in. Moving on from this, with this citrine card, I keep getting drawn to it. I definitely feel like this person has good clarity of mind, and they know what they want, and they know what drives them. I feel like no matter what they have to do, even if it's difficult for them, they will do it because, well, love drives them. And even if it's like not against their will, but even if it's like against other values of theirs, they will choose love, and they will have love first and foremost against anything else, against authority, against whatever. I also see this person as someone creative and bubbly and social, like a social butterfly, someone well liked in their universe, someone who's always happy, or someone who loves cracking jokes. And they definitely have like this innocent air about them, like childish kind of demeanor, you know. It's not that they're like immature or anything, it's just that they have this purity about them. Now that's interesting to me, because with this Don Juan card here, this is it seems to contrast their personality, but that's not exactly true. It kind of plays out really nicely into it. I feel like this person enjoys dancing, or there might be a theme about a dancing together with their friend or partner, or someone in the series could be significant. There's something though about them that helps another person or helps other people see. Oh yeah, so they basically shine their light on other people's attractiveness, or yeah, they shine a light on what makes other people attractive or likable or beautiful. Could be seductive, like it also could be like, you know, this person shines a light on what makes someone else attractive. For example, if that other person had you know, body issues, like they don't like something about themselves, or yeah, or they might they might see someone specific in their universe as attractive or seductive, and they might think of them as someone who's just there to seduce them and then disappear. They might be afraid. Maybe they're afraid of confessing their feelings for this person because they feel like they might get ghosted, or that the other person will run away scared, or that, you know, the connection could never happen. Something like that. It could be unrequited love, or it could be just love not yet admitted by one of the parties or both of the parties. Now with this expectation card here, I want to say it seems like this person is waiting for something to happen, or waiting for someone to come in. Maybe they're waiting for someone to come in and confess and translate their love into an actual relationship, or just basically start acting on their emotions, but they're waiting for someone else to start because they're afraid of taking the first step. I see this character as missing someone. They might be missing someone, they might be missing something, a place or someone that evokes love for them and a feeling of home. I feel like they don't feel whole without this person or without this place. They might also be, for some of you, it could be that they are expecting their past to repeat again, if that makes sense, or they're kind of expecting things to be as they used to, in a way. I don't know how to put that into words exactly. It's like they're nostalgic for a time that was, and they're hoping that it will be reestablished some way, somehow. But last and not least, let's talk about this inner child card. And we have a lot of sixes here. I want to say, wait, we also have a 9. This is to a 3. So this person could be really creative. They could have divine inspiration, or they could have divine origins, and they could be of service. So 6 is a number of service to others. And with this inner child card, I want to say this is the card that basically talks about what would be the downfall of this character, what could damn them, or what could lead to their unhappy ending, so to speak, like a huge downfall of them, basically a huge not mistake, it could be a mistake, but what I'm kind of trying to say is like a negative aspect of them, if you want. Now this inner child card, this could be talking about their innocence. And what do I mean by this? Their innocence could actually come in the way of them realizing that a lot of what I'm hearing is that, for example, an authority figure might not necessarily know best. So I feel like if this person is under a certain authority figure, they might be innocent as to believing that whatever that authority figure says, it should apply and it's the right thing to do, but that's not necessarily so. Or that their peers always have their best, you know, their best interest in mind, and again, that might not necessarily be true. This in a sense has something to do with their downfall somehow, whether that happens or not. It could be that they're afraid to kind of stand on their own 2 feet, or they like depending on something or someone, or they like depending on, you know, just something that has their back. It's not that they can't make it on their own, it's just that it seems like they're attached to their roots in a way. They're attached to where they came from in a way, to their past, to a state of how things used to be at some point. Something like that could lead to their demise. So now that we have this out of the way, let's move into the next set of oracles and see how this character would feel about you. So I really hope that painted a picture. Let me know who this is for you, because I have a character in mind that this resonated for me. But let me know in the comments below who this is for you. So moving on, my pile of 2s. Let's see how your character would see you. So to start, we have the Sanctuary. We have Healing. We have Mercury, okay. Think, learn, network, and communicate. We have Cosmic Power. Oh, this is a really beautiful card. Wow. We have Cosmic Power with number 2, and we have Cacoxenite. If I'm not pronouncing that right, don't count for me, but I'm pretty sure 99% of you don't know how to pronounce this either. So, let's see. Again, we have a lot of yellow. We have this here, we have some yellow here. I mean, it's not a lot, but like this is really powerful for me. And I actually want to talk about this right here, this card first. This Cosmic Power card, it makes me feel like this character would feel like you complete them, like you are their opposite, but also the part that completes them. And with the number 2 here, I definitely feel like you guys would make a good team, or a good partner, or a good friend. It's just that the combination, the duality, there's duality between the two of you. It's like a yin and a yang sort of energy. It's a completion sort of energy. It's like you guys balance, you would balance each other out. And I feel like they would tell you that you hold more power than you actually imagine. They would probably also tell you that you are capable of manifesting the life that you desire for yourself, when you think you are not. You might think that you don't have that power. You might think that, for example, maybe the things that you've done so far, or your mistakes, or anything else, would stop you from being able to take over the world in whatever way that means, for whatever that means to you. And they will tell you that no, you still have that power in you. It has not been taken away, and you can always redeem yourself, and you can always lift yourself higher. You just have to ask. With the Mercury card here, I feel like you guys would vibe when it comes to, like I said, maybe perhaps you two are like bookworms, or you enjoy reading or writing, or researching, or going down like a deep rabbit hole when you study something. It just seems like you guys would have loads to talk about, loads to unravel together from your personal knowledge. It could be anything, honestly. I feel like they would also see you as a good communicator, so like you guys would hit it off from the start, so to speak. They would like the way you think They would like your view on things, and perhaps you bring a more balanced point of view to the conversation. They would be willing to accept that. If not necessarily see eye to eye completely, they will be able to accept your opinion. Now this Sanctuary card is really interesting, because it's almost like, to this character, you get close to their idea of what's worth fighting for. I feel like you are close to what they might identify as holy or worthy of protecting, or something they would never betray. I definitely feel like you guys have common values, and you see eye to eye on a lot of things, and you might fight for the same things in life. Or for example, since they fight for love, you might be a hopeless romantic as well, or want like world peace, or be a mediator, you know, or a therapist, or like a couple counselor or something like that. So establishing peace and love could be something that you guys have in common. And with this healing card, that's just further confirmed, because you could be a healer, or and actually use that, you know, in your career. You could be a spiritual worker, or a priest, or like I said, a therapist, or a doctor. Anything that has to do with healing, or just your words and your advice and your actions could be healing to people. Your presence alone might be healing. What I'm seeing here, it's just interesting to me. We have Aries energy, and this energy is like a pioneering presence. This is someone who starts fires, someone who starts not a revolution, but someone who opens a new path for people to follow. So they could perceive you as someone who's ready to offer people, you know, new perspectives, or to guide people down a new path on how they could get better, and they could get closer to love, or to God, or the universe in general. But if anything, like I said, in a general idea, they see you as someone healing. They see you as someone who can take pain away from people one way or another. Now let's read this Coxonite card and see what this says. So we have interconnection, ascension, and attunement, and we have Sagittarius and the moon. Coxonite is known to raise spiritual awareness and provide divine connection between the universe and humankind. So yeah, like I said, it's like you guys are like a channel, like a conduit between spirit and humans. With Coxonite, synchronicities are not just coincidences, they are messages. So pay attention. Become aware of the universe's messages, as it is constantly communicating with you. And again, you might be a medium. This is something like they might see you as a medium, or you might actually be a medium in like real life. You might be able to connect with this spirit, with this energy already. This might be like a comfort character for some of you, and you might go to, like, you know, in your mind, just ask them like, oh, what would you do if you were in my place? And you might actually get a reply, and you'd be like, you might actually be channeling, you know, their energy, this energy from the universe, to give you a solution in a time of need. So yeah, you might be a medium, especially with the communication and connection to the spiritual. This is exactly what I'm getting. I would be shocked if you guys don't read tarot, or if you're not like at least crazy intuitive. So let's continue. With the Coxonite, synchronicities are not just coincidences, they are messages, so pay attention. Become aware of the universe's messages, as it is constantly communicating with you. Coxonite asks that you look at challenges as lessons and wonder, what can I learn from this? Perspective is everything, and with Coxonite, embracing positivity and choosing your thoughts becomes easier and easier. Also with Sagittarius here, this is a sign that is about broadening their horizons and their perspective. So this is why you guys, for example, might enjoy reading, or might enjoy watching movies, or might enjoy traveling or something like that, because this is broadening your perspective on life. So now that we got this out of the way, this is basically how they think of you. And this coxswain card, again, might not describe you as you see yourself. It describes you as they would perceive you. So let's go, let's move into the tarot now. And in the tarot, we are going to ask how you guys would interact, or how your story might play out. So let's go ahead and do that. When working with you guys, we're gonna work with the Star Spinner Tarot. What I like about this deck a lot is that they offer you several options for the Lovers card, and it offers you, like, you know, options onto whatever you wanna choose. Or you have like I think you have like 3 or 4 cards to choose from, different depictions of characters. It's really cute. I don't know which one I have in right now. I tend to switch them from time to time. So let's see, Spirit. This could be a sign for if there's any like members of the queer community among you. If you're like I don't know, anything queer related or gender fluid or anything like that, this could be like, you know, a good pile for you. Just saying. So okay, these really want to come out. So we have the Hermit, and we have the Devil reverse. Okay. What else? We have the Ten of Swords reversed. And we have Justice, and we have Strength. Okay. So this is your guys' interaction. Oh my god, and we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Okay, oh my god. Well, I'm really excited for this. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about this. Because, well, if you don't know, I mean, it's pretty obvious. The Lovers could be represented by, you know, love, you know, but it could also be options. It could also be choices. You know, what do you choose? You can choose your own destiny. And I love how we have, like, angelic representations in this deck as well. And I think we have one here too. Yeah, because I think the Archangel Michael, if I'm not mistaken, is usually represented in the Lovers cards, kind of presiding over them. And we have the Apple here. So yeah, the primordial sin and whatnot. So what would your interaction with this character be? With the Hermit here, I definitely feel like the two of you, you both seem to be introverted personalities for the most part. And if that's not necessarily the case, it could be that you both do a lot of inner exploration and a lot of questioning, you know, why are things the way they are? How can you improve yourself? Questions about the universe, anything like that. Just kind of looking for higher wisdom and for answers from the divine. It seems like both of you are kind of seeking the truth, and you are on this quest alone to find guidance from above and to awaken your inner wisdom. With the Devil reversed, it seems like I heard avoid temptation like the plague. Don't ask me why. That's what I heard. I feel like for the most part, you seem to be dealing pretty well with avoiding obsessions or temptations, and, you know, not tying yourself down to habits that can become harmful. I am getting I'm getting a lot of like angel and demon imagery, and you know, I'm getting specific characters from this pile for sure. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you at the end who this pile reminds me of, but I'm really curious if you guys can guess it. If you guys got the same character as me, definitely let me know in the comments. So moving on with this Ten of Swords, it could be that you guys would work together to stop a certain negative event from taking place. It could be that either you help them avoid a tragedy, or they help you avoid a tragedy, or you work together to avoid like a huge tragedy. Now the Ten of Swords here makes me think of war, especially with the imagery of the classical Rider Waite. They make me think of like the end of a battle, and it could be that you guys would work together to avoid a battle or altogether. This would be like an ultimate like doomsday type of thing. And with Justice here, I feel like you would work together to establish like divine justice over your circumstances, or to make sure that each party gets what they deserve, at least to make sure that each party is satisfied. Or it could be that you're making justice for yourself or for yourselves, in which case you're the one that receives the justice, the full cup, at least the full cup, and you know, the other parties receive the empty cup, to sort of balance things out. If you've been, for example, if you've been done wrong, if something has been taken, it seems like working with this character would re-establish something to the initial state of balance. Now with Strength here, I feel like being around this character would help you find your inner strength to not battle, but to master your inner demons, to master your fears and your impulses. And this would allow you to have a feeling of, you know, to have confidence and to have trust in yourself, that whatever life throws at you, that you can take it on, because you know that you can control yourself. And if you can control your reactions, you might not be able to control your external circumstances, but if you can control the reactions that you have to life, then you can keep your inner peace, which I feel like is really important for both of you. With the Lovers, obviously it seems like both of you are working once again for a higher virtue represented by love in any way, shape, or form that might be presented. And also with this Ten of Swords here, I just got like you guys might be fighting an ideology that perpetuates the you know, people fighting each other, or people being against each other in the detriment of love, when you know, there should be like a universal acceptance of everyone and everything instead. And I feel like the temptation presented here is a temptation to think that perhaps you are on the wrong side, that you have the wrong perspective, that you should be going with the masses, for example, and instead you stand your ground and you realize that, you know, you should keep defending love at the end of the day, no matter what shape that might take. So if this wasn't extremely confusing, which I feel like it might have been, I really hope you got something from it. We're gonna reshuffle and get some advice. What advice this character might have for you. So let's see. What advice would you have for my pile twos? Give me one more shuffle. Alright. What advice would you have for my pile twos? Really? Okay. I'm just gonna take this one upright. So we have the Page of Cups. We have the Lovers and Strength again. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, fine, two more. We have the Chariot and the Five of Pentacles reversed. So, pile two, the advice that your character would give to you. In short, I feel like it would be to keep your heart young, to keep your innocence when it comes to how you love, to not let others in life tell you that, you know, there is any one right way to love and you should stick to that, or that you should put barriers on love in any way. I definitely feel like they are encouraging you to make your own choices and to stand your ground, to know that there is nothing more beautiful than to be at peace with the fact that you just know you made the right choice. You know, if you have any doubts in yourself, any demons that you're fighting, any ideas or voices that are not inherently yours, that were put there by society, I feel like they are challenging you to take a second look at those beliefs and see if they still resonate with you, and if they don't, just toss them away. With this Knight of Swords here, I definitely feel like they're telling you to take your time, to not rush into things, and to not do things out of spite. There's also a message here for some of you of not being vengeful. So take that as it resonates. Perhaps not being vengeful, not exteriorizing your anger as to hurt people for not being accepting of who you are, or how you show your affection, or who you love, anything like that. I feel like there's a message here of, you know, rise above what people say is normal, and rise above, you know, you're better than trying to take revenge on people for not understanding love. Because if they don't understand love, like, you know, you don't understand love, you feel love, okay? And if they don't feel that, they have more work to do. But that's not, you know, just wish them love and move on, because holding a grudge and, you know, taking revenge won't take you any further. If anything, it will just stale you, or it will take you backwards on your path. Now with the Chariot here, speaking of, I think they are asking you to be focused. I think they're asking you to stay dedicated to your choice, to who you are, to your authentic self, and you will succeed. You will manage to, you know, achieve whatever it is you're looking for that resonates with the idea of love, whether that is a relationship, whether that is just simply choosing love over everything else. I definitely feel like they're telling you to stand your ground, to not let the naysayers deter you from who you know you are deep down. Now, this 5 of coins really wanted to pop out because originally I only had 5 cards planned on pulling, but this one really wanted to pop out. So I feel like there's also one last message here. Go to church. It could be oh, I also got Hosier, Take Me to Church, so that could be a significant song for you. But no, I was kind of joking, but not. So this 5 of coins in the original Rider-Waite is a couple, you know, a couple people walking in like a blizzard, walking through the snow. They're evidently, you know, cold and hurt and whatnot, and they're looking for shelter, but they cannot see the shelter because they are so deep in their despair, so deep in their misery. They're passing by a church and it's lit and there's people inside who could help them, but they don't see the church because they're too preoccupied with their misery. So I feel like for some of you, this might be a direct message telling you to go to church. You might find something there. It's not necessarily that you have to, you know, oh, be religious. Like, if you don't resonate with that, don't do that. But go to a place that is a sanctuary to you. Go to a place of peace and of love, and try to ground yourself there in that energy. If you don't remember what love feels like, which I doubt you don't, but that might help you ground yourself in it again when you feel like you are getting deterred by, you know, the misery of today's world sometimes. I feel like this is a message of don't wallow in your suffering, because, well, no one's saying, you know, that your suffering isn't justified, but don't wallow in it, because there is help available. There is always help available. Look for the help around you. So this is the messages, the advice that I was getting for you, pile 2. So actually, I decided with pile 1 that I'm gonna pull you guys some extra notes. We're gonna do signs and songs. If you don't want that, of course, you can skip, and thank you for watching the reading, but I feel like this is a fun thing to do, and this doesn't need to resonate. Take it as confirmation. We're just kind of trying to get extra confirmation that this was your character, I guess. I don't know. Spirit, can you give us some signs that this was the character that pile 2 was thinking in the beginning it was? Can you give us some signs that can resonate with pile 2's character? Okay. Alright. We have stairs. I heard Stairway to Heaven. I know I'm biased. I'm really biased after this reading, but stairs going upwards, you know, kind of vibes. Cross. Okay, I'm not making that one up. I'm not making that one up. We have cross, okay? Okay. And we have thunder. So, celestial things, events, apparitions, whatever you want to call them. So, move on to songs. Can you give us some songs that might relate to Balder's character, Spirit? Okay. We have The Last Dance, They're Near Dawns. We also had this one, Temporary Bliss. I know it wanted to come out. And we have Sia with Unstoppable. And maybe Britney Spears with Outrageous or Circus. I need to update my songs. Oh. Heathens. Okay, fine. You're getting all the days. And 2 more lonely people, and I swear I'm gonna come out just like I did with pile 1, and I'll do it with all the piles, because when I pulled the oracles for you guys, I got an idea from all the piles of like what the characters might be, for me at least, what they resonated for me to be. And if you got good omens from this pile, if you got Aziraphale specifically from this pile, welcome to my club. You are not crazy. And especially with this 2 More Lonely People song here, and Bleeding Love, and Temporary Bliss, I'm sorry, I'm not okay after season 2 of Good Omens, okay? I am not okay. I'm suffering with everyone else in the fandom. Anyways, so the last thing we're gonna do is pull some appearance cards slash notes. So what my pile 2's character look like. It doesn't have to be this character, like I said, this is just what I got. If you guys got it too, that's cool, like let me know down below, but that's just what I got. So let's see some appearance traits this character might have. Okay. I think I moved the camera, sorry about that. So to start, we have prominent cheekbones. Stay. We have can't keep your hands off of them. All right. We have really well groomed. And we have blonde or blonde hair. Oh my god, yeah, okay. Oh, he has blonde hair, technically white, but still counts as blonde. And we have soft features. Holy shit. Holy shit. Aziraphale. Boom. Like, that's all. That's that. Pile 2. I'm sorry if I seemed crazy. I'm really fangirling over this series as of right now, and it really vibed with me. And maybe this reading is not going to resonate for anyone else, but if you are resonating with this, let me know down below what character you got and if you got the same character. Thank you for being here. If you want a personal reading, you can find those down below. You can have, you know, you'll find the link to my Etsy shop. You can figure it out. Do subscribe to the channel and join our little notification squad by clicking on the bell, and like this video to support me. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next reading. Have an amazing rest of the day, sweeties. Goodbye. Hi there, my little pile 3 ghosts. Welcome to your reading. If you guys chose this card together with the amethyst ring, then this is going to be a reading on how your favorite character would feel about you. So to start, we are going to take a look at some oracles. These oracles are going to describe your character, and you should be able to tell if you actually vibe with them or not. If not, choose a different pile, but you should be able to tell if this is someone you like. We're going to take a look at this oracle card a little later. And let's get going. So to start, we have the sword. We have Sagittarius with expand. We have the walker, the unknown, a journey. You guys actually got 2 of these cards. And you have transcendence with moonstone. And Herkimer diamond with alignment. We also have vampire, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. We have beauty, and I'm gonna explain what is up with this card because this is a little different than the rest. And finally, we have family room. Okay, let me make sure you guys can see all the cards. All right, that should be good. So, pile 3. Where do we begin with your favorite character? This is someone, I would say, they seem really cutthroat. They seem very direct. They seem like they really know what they want. They might not know where they're going, but that doesn't mean they don't know what they want. This sword here, this basically talks about them. They could be, first of all, they could actually be wielding a sword. So they might carry this as a weapon in whatever universe they happen to be in. But the sword is about cutting off whatever is not good for you, whatever is not serving you, and choosing the things that are going to stay. So therefore, this person, I feel like they have this acute decisiveness about them, where they won't take anything less than what they want, and they won't bother with things that make them waste their time. I feel like they have this desire to experience life at its fullest, to taste and try everything they're curious about and everything that pleases them, and everything else can go to hell, basically. This character definitely, I feel like they have a sense of their mortality. I don't know where this is coming from necessarily, but they might have had a near-death experience, or they might have encountered the other side in some way. It just seems like they really have a connection to the divine. And it's not necessarily, this isn't someone you're gonna see near churches or monasteries or temples or anything like that. This is not someone who is devout spiritually like that, but this is someone who has an awareness of what life and death are, and they really like their material life. They really enjoy life living. They enjoy all the things that life has to offer, the freedom to roam free, to do what they want. And I feel like they know that their life is just about, well, basically them experiencing everything and enjoying everything as much as possible. They might have a little selfish nature about them, but for the most part, I feel like this character just has really strong boundaries and has always had to kind of look after themselves. I don't think they necessarily have other people to look after. If they do, they're very few, and they're extremely devout to them, but this is not the kind of person that shows feelings easily. They delight more in tingling their senses than their feelings, if that makes sense. This is someone more cerebral and grounded and kind of a go-getter personality, if I'm honest. And it's also the kind of person to hate small talk and babbling and wasting time, and this is someone pretty impatient in general. It's like cut to the good stuff, cut to the, you know, cut away the bullshit and just say what you mean. Give me a short rendition of the idea. They, like I said, they don't like wasting their time, they don't like wasting their attention, and so on and so forth. The things that they enjoy, though, they dedicate themselves to fully, like almost in a religious way, I guess. Like, for them, it's not God that's necessarily like sacred, and God is not their salvation. It's like food and the pleasures of the flesh and music and drinks and all of that is their salvation and their happiness. I want to talk actually about this card. Normally I save this towards the end, but I want to talk about it because this beauty card here, this is their downfall too. This is talking about their downfall. This is talking about their greatest weakness, or the thing that eventually kills them, or the thing that, you know, the thing that could lead to their eventual demise. Whatever the case may be. For this person, it seems like they have a weakness, like I said, for the physical pleasures and the beautiful things that life has to offer. It could be women, or men, as in like attractive counterparts, or, you know, it could be gold, jewels, or money in general. It could be physical goods, like amassing huge amount of physical goods and property. It seems like whatever things of the physical realm they are attracted towards, that those are bringing their those are the ones that are bringing them misfortune if they don't control their urges, if they jump into it without thinking, especially. So yeah, I also want to say this person seems like they are in love with always being on a journey, always traveling, always being on their way to someplace else. I don't think they stay in one place put for a long time. I think they enjoy, well, like I said, the freedom to roam free and to not necessarily have a place to call home. It's like it's the road that is offering them that feeling of home and comfort. It's almost like a little bit it's like an exile from the rest of the world in a way, but an exile that is controlled by them alone, in which they only have to deal with the world when and where they feel like it, if that makes sense. They could be a little bit of an introvert, although I feel like outwardly this person could seem aggressive and domineering, but this is probably mostly to protect their boundaries and to make sure they're safe, and just to assert dominance and to make sure that they are respected and that they are not messed around with, basically. They could also have a little bit of a thirst for knowledge, or a thirst for discovering distant lands, distant cultures, just broadening their horizons, or like the actual horizon could be something that, you know, is a side that they enjoy. Another thing, sorry, I feel like this person started from a place of poverty or not having much, and that to them, you know, the ability to actually have as much as they can once they are on their own 2 feet is one thing that is gonna take a lot of their time and energy and effort. And I feel like they will really enjoy luxury and refinement, but not necessarily like I said, it doesn't necessarily translate into one place. It could be affording anything they want when they travel from place to place, or it could be a car that's like their most prized possession, a car or a plane or a ship or something like that. It could be their most prized possession, is where they feel like home. It's a means that takes them from place to place. That's what feels like home to them. That's their home, basically. So if this resonated for you, let's go ahead and look at your oracles to see how your character would feel about you. Okay, so pile 3. To start, we have dreams, we have regeneration, we have Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. We have good juju. Number 7 could be significant. We also have 17. And finally, we have Septarian or Dragon's Egg. And I actually have one of those. I just don't have it with me here. So let's start with the Dreams card. I feel like this character would perceive you as someone ethereal and almost perfect to them, or like not perfect, but they might feel like you You exceed their highest dreams and expectations, of what a friend or a partner or whatever you have to be, to them would be like. I feel like they also see you as someone who might be highly intuitive, and also have a connection to the spiritual realm, or an understanding of, what life is and how things are connected. And it could be something that you guys also connect over. It could be like a common topic for the two of you, that you both want to enjoy this life as much as possible, and you have to learn your lessons, and that it will come to an end eventually, but you want to make the best out of it. And I mean everyone wants to have a good life, but it's like both of you have this drive to do whatever necessary, to make your direct choices, to sculpt your reality the way you want it to be, and to not allow other people to tell you how to live your life. With this Leo energy here, I definitely feel like this character would see you as someone playful and creative, someone innocent or a little bratty if you want. It could be. You might be teasing them, or they might be teasing you, but I feel like it would be like cute, friendly banter if you want, even flirty, I guess it could be. And I definitely feel like you would share this value of staying loyal to your people with them, because like I said, they are loyal to very few people, but those who they actually care about and respect, they hold in high regard, and they always help. They would give their life to those people. And I feel like they also see this thing in you, and they also enjoy your confidence, and the fact that you know who you are, and you stay strong in your power, and you shine your light to the world, not caring necessarily how they are gonna perceive it, because just the mere fact of you having the courage to shine is what attracts people to you anyways. Like Moth to a Flame. Moth to a Flame by The Weeknd comes to mind, if that could be significant for some of you. Maybe you like the song. Another thing with this regeneration card, this is Aries energy. So once again, we have fiery energy. To them, you are transformative and refreshing. Like your energy, your vibe is something that they need, because I feel like this person is not necessarily very creative. I feel like they are pretty stuck up in their ways, and that you bring an air of freshness with your endeavor, with your creative ideas, with the way you put things in perspective and such and such. And it could also be that to them, you are someone who helps people become themselves, or re-embody their own energy. It's almost like your vibe and your love and lust for life. By the way, lust for life, Lana Del Rey, again with The Weeknd, could be a significant song. It's like your lust for life is contagious, and other people rediscover themselves and their desire to live and to reconstruct the way they live their lives when they meet you. And I feel like, yeah, your presence, your vibe to them would be something that further fuels their love, their lust for life, and reminds them to not be so stuck up in their ways, to not be so uptight, I guess, and so proper. Like, not proper necessarily, but it's almost like this person is trying to keep up a facade of being cold and unaffected, and you kind of break through that, and you would break through that. You would let them experience everything fully by breaking down that last barrier. And with this good juju card, number 7 could be significant. This card could signify the fact that they just in general see you as someone who brings them good luck, like a magic protection talisman or something. It could also be the fact that they see in you this capacity, this magic, or this actual capacity to work with the spiritual, work with higher forces. Maybe you have inclinations towards the occult or astrology or occult sciences of any kind. And I think that they're saying that this is a good thing about you, because this will align you on the right track and will allow you to live a life that is true to you, and to, you know, live a life that's ultimately happy and fulfilling at the end of the day. So let's take a look at the last card. This again is you described through their perspective, through their point of view, through their lenses. So we have Septarian, direction, fearless communication. Known as the Dragonstone, Septarian instills fierce confidence and self-esteem, especially in front of an audience. However, as much as it improves your public appearances, it also protects your privacy, oh my god, guarding your secrets and valuing your inner space. So like I said, this person knows how to direct people, and how to keep people under control, and, you know, keep them at arm's length and have them respect them. This person could be someone like really high in command, and I feel like they don't necessarily give me leader qualities, although they could have some of those. But they definitely know how to command people and how to distribute people to their specific jobs, so to speak. They have good like managerial skills, I guess you could call that. And I feel like in you, they see this quality reflected in your ability to impress people, to impress an audience, quote unquote, to speak to people, to stay confident. And it's like you almost enjoy shining your light like that, whereas they don't necessarily enjoy it. They rule with fear, and you rule with admiration, I guess. But you both want to protect and enjoy your privacy and the things that are actually really close to your heart. Incredibly grounded and connected to the earth, Septarian can pinpoint illnesses in the body and focuses on listening to the body's needs by building a strong relationship with it. The name Septarian comes from the Latin word septum, or 7, again, the number 7, signifying the pattern of 7 on the exterior of the crystal. This goes for Taurus or Sagittarius, and also sun placements. And I actually want to take a look at one of my books here on numerology and take a look at number 7. So let's have a look. Okay, 7 represents the temple door. Its symbol is a triangle sitting on top of a square. The temple door opens onto the mysteries of life, offering the experience of learning wisdom via the shattering of life's ideals. Okay, it's exactly like what we've been talking about. 7 is ruled by the positive moon. It vibrates to the colors of purple and steel gray. Oh my god. And we have, like, the ring that I chose for you guys was this amethyst silvery ring. So yeah, I guess it could mean something. The vibration of 7 resonates more with the spiritual than the physical realms, with mysticism and idealism, with illusion and disillusionment. So yeah, there's like a balance between the two of you. It's like what they lack you have, and what you have they lack, in a way. Because they are more focused on the physical, knowing that their life purpose and their life calling is to actually enjoy the physical, or you might be more in tune and inclined to work with the spiritual you know, with good JoJo here and all that. So you might be more inclined to do that than to live in the actual material realm. This might be what energizes you. And the fact that you balance each other out this way, and you teach each other, you know, this is how you connect more to the spiritual, this is how you connect more to your physical and your ground. This could be an energy exchange that you could have together. So I'm really sorry, I don't know why, but I keep coughing. So now that we have this out of the way, I'm really sorry, let's take a look at your tarot. And in the tarot, we are going to discuss how you guys might interact. With you guys, we're gonna work with the Modern Tarot Reader Tarot. Alright, so let's see, Spirit. How would pile 3 interact with their favorite character? How would they interact? How would they interact? Okay. So we have the 6 of Swords reversed. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Oh, okay, well, we're not gonna take all of those. Can we get just one at a time, please, Spirit? Try that again. Okay, this is the 3 of Coins reversed. This is Justice reversed. And finally, this is the 8 of Cups reversed. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. So, how would you and this person interact? Well, I feel like you might have some things in common. I feel like together, it's almost like you would encourage each other to stop running away. To stop running away in general. In particular, to stop running away from yourself. Stop running away from who you want to be and how you want to live your life because other people seem to disagree with you or to feel the need to oppress you in any way. Instead, it's like you go from defense to offense and you actually start fighting, but not actually fighting them. I feel like you they could teach you to, like, your character would teach you to start like having, you know, responding to people being bullies by actually telling them, you know what, you tell me how to live my life. In the meantime, did you look at yours? Like, you're unhappy, you're absolutely miserable. Who do you think you are to tell me how to live my life? Like, sure, I'll take advice from you when I want to be miserable. Like, it's just like acidic comments, I guess, or like talking back to people, or yeah, it's like you guys would amplify one another's sarcasm and irony and just acidic responses to the world. But not like in a way to upset people on purpose. It's just like upsetting people who upset you, basically, you know. It's almost like protecting yourself by being on the offense, I guess. Or biting back in a way. But this is mostly like to prove to people that their way of thinking is wrong and that they absolutely have no power over you, that they cannot convince you that their way of thinking is better. It's not necessarily to make them suffer, it's more to make them feel stupid, especially when you know that they are stupid and they actually think they have any right to, like I said, tell you how to live your life. It's almost like you would encourage this type of behavior together, and you would laugh at one another's comments and stuff. I'm also seeing here, you don't need to please anyone. They together, you would be like, I don't need to get anyone's approval, I don't need to get anyone's applause for the work that I put in. Like, as much as or as little work as I put in, you also might prefer doing your work on your own, instead of just, you know, asking for people to collaborate or to help you. It's like, nah, I got this myself. Like, I'm not gonna wait for these idiots to jump in, and if you want something done right, you do it alone, and that kind of sort of mentality. I'm also seeing here that I heard fugitives from justice. I don't feel like that actually applies in reality. I just feel like, you know, if you were to be in their world, you guys might be fugitives from justice. Or I heard corrupt justice, so it could be that you choose your own path, you choose to be a rogue, you choose to be an anti-hero because there are no heroes in your world, so you're just kind of out there for yourselves. Justice is corrupted, and there is no actual freedom, and there is no actual guarantee that your rights will be defended unless you choose to do it yourself. There's also a little bit of a Robin Hood vibe, but not a lot, because still this is like to each their own, and everyone is for themselves mostly. And finally, with this Eight of Cups here, I feel like there's this feeling of what's behind you is behind you for a reason, and you have no justification to look back. There's nothing better where you're coming from, but there might be something better ahead of you. So this is, I feel, the kind of mentality and the kind of the type of action you guys would take together, the type of motivation you would have to act. It's like we keep moving forward, we keep looking forward, just keep looking towards that horizon. This is kind of what I'm hearing. And also, with the bottom of the deck, like I mentioned earlier, being the Three of Cups, I feel like you guys will do a lot of partying, maybe a lot of drinking, drinking specifically in spirits like alcohol beverages could be significant, or partying in general. Just like I said, enjoying the pleasures of this world seems to be something you would enjoy with this person. So now let's move on to get some advice. Let's see what advice your character would have for you. What advice would you have for my pile threes? Let's do one more shuffle. What advice would you have for my pile threes? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, we have the Ten of Coins reversed, we have the Four of Coins, okay, we have the Knight of Wands, and finally the Magician reversed. Okay, so I feel like I actually want to start by saying I feel like a strong message that's coming through is be careful what you wish for, because what you think might bring you fulfillment could be different from what brings them fulfillment. And it could be that what their, what brings them fulfillment in their universe is actually trying to compensate for something they lost or they could never have, or they didn't want to dedicate or tie themselves down to. And more specifically, a message that's coming through is to not expect happiness to come from amassing material wealth necessarily, at least for you. It could be that they're saying that it seems like you should look for someone, or not look for someone, but you should look into getting some of that happiness from connections with people who fill up your cup, who don't take from you. Specifically, people who fill your cup up, and that enjoy your company as well, obviously. And like, find someone you vibe with and never let them go, basically. Because I feel like for a lot of you, you might already be thinking that material gains will fill the void in your heart. And I feel like this character is saying that's not ever, like, that hole in your heart is never gonna be fully filled. You're just gonna keep pouring into it, and it's just gonna keep getting wasted, because the only thing that could heal that is actually opening yourself up to someone, actually allowing your feelings to flow, because you aren't them. They do their own thing, but you are your own person, and you have some different needs. And for you, their higher vibration energy would say, look into that one good person that is good for you, that is good to you, and they will help you be happier in this life. They won't be your only source of happiness, but they will bring you the fulfillment that material gains seem to not necessarily do. I also feel like they might be saying don't tie yourself down to a house just yet. So for some of you, if you are, if you're feeling like a house is gonna bring you satisfaction, buying a house and tying yourself down to mortgage or something for life might not necessarily be the best feeling in the world after all, and it might make you feel less free and less happy than you were before you chose that. With this Four of Coins here, I feel like the advice is hold tight to the things that are dear to you, but don't forget you only have two hands, and you have to prioritize, what is actually important to you, what is actually fulfilling, what is actually something that you could not live without. You gotta plant yourself in this reality and ask yourself, what can I not afford to lose? And finally, with this Knight here, I feel like they're advising you to follow your heart and follow your passion, follow that burning desire that you have. Maybe not forever, but for now, if there's something that is calling your name constantly that you cannot stop thinking about, that makes your heart flutter, that gives you a little rush of adrenaline and dopamine just when you think about the possibility of doing it, do that, because that's gonna contribute to your happiness and living a life that is fulfilling in the end. So now that we got the advice part of the way too, we're gonna pull some song signs and appearance notes, just to kind of end it in a fun note. And this might not necessarily all resonate, it only takes what does resonate. Keep in mind that in this reading, it's not gonna be the same character for everyone. So not all the cards are gonna resonate. These are just for confirmation mostly, so just for funs. So first of all, we're gonna pull signs. So what signs could be significant for pile 3's character? Spirit, what signs could be significant to confirm pile 3's character? We have thunder, We have Scarab. The letter P could be significant. Let's pull one more. We have butterflies and star or stars. Okay. Navigation, something that's coming to mind. With butterflies, I'm also getting change and transformation. The letter P could be an initial. With Scarab here, this is our ancient Egyptian vibes, so movies like The Mummy or, I don't know, Tutenstein, if you guys watched that growing up. We have thunder, I'm thinking of Thor, but it could be anything. So yeah, take whatever resonates from here, guys. Let's pull some songs. What songs would resonate with pile 3's character? I hope I said pile 3. We have Maroon 5 with Animals. We have Maroon 5 again with One More Night. What other songs might resonate, Spirit, for my pile 3s and their characters? We have Lana Del Rey's Serial Killer. Okay, let's pull one more. We have Leona Louise, Bleeding Love. We'll do 5, what the hell. And finally, we have Hero with Enrique Iglesias. Or Bed of Roses, or Taking Back My Love, whatever you guys vibe with. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna pull some appearance notes. So what might pile 3's character look like, Spirit? What might they look like? Alright. Don't tell the other piles, I pull more notes for you. I don't want them to be upset. Can't keep your hands off of them. Something about that booty though. Okay. Dark romantic. Short hair. Open. We have seductive. Ooh. Okay, and finally, the last one that I can't open. We have, you find it hard to accept that they also wear a t-shirt. Okay, so pile 3. This is pretty much all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and join our little graveyard community. Like this video and let me know down below what character you got from this pile. I'm really curious what you guys got. For me personally, I had a character that vibed with the first 3 piles. For pile 4, I don't have anything. I don't really know. I haven't done the reading yet, but I'm not vibing with anything from there specifically. But for this pile, for you guys, I actually got Barbosa from Pirates. So yeah, let me know if you, I mean, this is Jack, but like I had this little Pirates thingy out. Let me know what character you guys got from this. And oh yeah, if you are interested in a private personal reading, you can book one with me with the link in the description. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for being here, and I hope I will see you in a future video. Bye bye. Hi there, my beautiful pile 4 ghosts, and welcome to your reading. If you guys chose this serpent ring together with this card, then this is gonna be your reading about your favorite character. Now, how do you feel about you? So to start, we are gonna take a look at some oracles. We'll check this one out later. First of all, we are gonna try to identify if this is your pile. You should be able to find one of your favorite characters in these oracles. So without further ado, let's see who this is about. So to start, we have Agape. We have Venus. We have the King with control and reversal of fortune. We have Conviction with red jasper. we have detective, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. And we also have pride, and I always mess up the placement of this one. We have pride, and finally we have marriage. Okay. So pile 4. Where do I even begin? This is a really, really interesting character to me because of a few reasons. I want to start by talking about the general vibe that I get from this character. I feel like this is someone who stands up against authority in the name of something they strongly believe in, and is punished for their lack of humility. This punishment could range from them being, for example, their title, their position might be revoked, or they might be rejected from a certain organization, or from a certain society, or from a certain collective. Still, I feel like this character holds a lot of love for something or someone, even after this thing happening to them. I want to start by talking about this agape card. Now, this is agape is a type of love. It can be romantic, it can be platonic. It's a kind of love that you have when you are absolutely entranced, amazed at someone or something. It's like one of the most purest types of love, the love that, you know, the love that God, I guess you could say, has for its creation. It's a feeling that's hard to describe unless you felt it. It's when you will do anything to ensure that whatever you have this feeling towards is as happy and as happy as possible, and you try to protect and preserve this thing because it means so much to you. This marriage card, though, this can talk about a few things. It can be that your character gets married, or is in love with someone, or has a partner, or wants a partner. Maybe wants to legitimize a certain connection, or to express their feelings eventually. But it could also be, like I said, a card of commitment towards something bigger than themselves, something perhaps that this agape is aimed at. With Venus here, I want to say I am getting a vibe from this character. They might be specifically like entranced with the stars, with the universe. They might be into astronomy or astrology. They might follow the stars home, you know, so like make a sky map or something like that. There's just something about them and space in general. It could also be that this person just loves aesthetic things. It's just they love what is beautiful, what is pleasant to the eye. Gardens could be significant. I see flowers in both these cards, and I think there are plants, some ferns, and some leaves here too. I don't know if they're ferns or palm leaves, but this person could enjoy keeping plants, house plants, or a garden, or tending to something like that. This character is also giving me like Lucifer being cast out of heaven type of vibes, or you know, the angel falling for their sins. And the sin that actually comes through is pride here. And now this pride, the number 7 also came out a lot. I don't know if you vibe with any other piles, feel free to check them out. But what I want to say is that I feel like this character wanted to stand out. They wanted to have a word to say, probably. They had a different perspective that they really wanted to share when everyone else seemed to have their heads bowed down. And I feel like they definitely fell from a high place, because we also have the king here, and we have reversal of fortune. Now this talks about being privileged, being born basically like with a silver spoon in your mouth, and not knowing that, you know, there's things in this life, there's mistakes you can commit, there's things you don't know about, you don't understand, that might just fly over your head, for which if you're not prepared you might have to pay, and you might fall, and you might lose your throne, you might lose your influence and your power. And this gives me, like I said, Lucifer, fallen angel vibes to the max. Now this doesn't necessarily have to be that type of character. I already have a few shows, a few books in mind. Well, with this type of character, you might too. But this character, they definitely, despite the pain and the suffering they go through, they do find love again. Whether that is for someone romantically or platonically, or for something that they dedicate themselves towards. I'm getting Lucifer, like the series Lucifer, a lot, and normally, like for the other piles, I didn't say anything, but with this detective card here, I just had to. Like, I had to. Like, if you know Lucifer, you know what I'm talking about. Because this is, the character also has this capacity to look into, in depth into things, to do research, to find clues, to put, you know, to put clues together, to find to make a track, and to find whatever it is they're looking for easily. We have great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. So yeah, this is someone inquisitive and curious, and this is someone who has the means and the mind, the capacity to dig deeper. There was something I wanted to mention here. They might have Scorpio placements. That might be significant for some of you. Excuse me. Also, with the number 3 repeated, we have the number 3 here in itself, and we have 221 here, which reduces to a 3 in numerology. But we have the one that is different from the rest, that is trying to differentiate itself from the triad. So it's like this character really wanted to stand out from the crowd, but that eventually led to their demise. This is their biggest weakness, their pride, quote unquote, or more specifically in some cases their unwillingness to submit and to be you know, to basically show the virtue of humility. They really wanted to speak their mind, or they really wanted to show their perspective, or they really wanted to equate their power with someone else's, or to be seen for a separate entity and not confused with the crowd. This thing led to their demise. But yeah. Oh, and with this conviction card, it's important to mention that it really seems like this person really didn't or doesn't want to keep their mouth shut. This character really didn't want to keep their mouth shut. They really wanted to speak their mind. They knew what they were standing up for. They knew what their authentic self was, and they felt such a powerful need to show that and to express that. This person might also have really good communication skills. They could be really good at persuading people, or getting them to confess to them, to yeah, it's like they can manipulate people or convince people to follow their lead, or to do or to say what they want them to. So anyways, if you find your character here, then we're gonna move on and look at the oracles, which show how they would feel about you. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, let me see. Okay, so pile 4. We have peace. We have protection. You guys got 2 of these cards. We have the 5th and the 4th house with passion, play, children, confidence, and creativity, and also cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. We have rage. And we have Kansai with love, femininity, and transitions. So pile 4, this is really, really beautiful. So this person sees you, this character would see you as someone who is a place for them to relax, someone who feels like home, someone who makes them feel like they belong, someone who makes it seem like all the struggles are worth it, and like all the fights would eventually be worth it if they get to be around you, to feel this peace. I feel like they are very, what's the word? I feel like they have this torrent of emotions inside themselves. They are really conflicted. It's like they're constantly fighting themselves inside, and they don't really have a moment where their mind just stays quiet and does not regret or overthink or ruminate on the past, on what they could do better, on what could go better. And I feel like to them you would be peace. With this 4th and 5th house, this is really interesting to me, because with the 4th house, to this character, you would feel so familiar. You would feel like heaven, honestly, because if you know, provided that their roots are heaven, or like whatever high place they eventually fall down from, you would feel like heaven, or nobility, or just sacredness, something higher, something entirely different. And it would feel like home. It would feel you would feel nurturing to them. You would feel like someone they would return to in a heartbeat, and they would feel comfortable and peaceful around. And with the 5th house, this is also talking to me about you being the place, being the person with whom they can be creative, with whom they can let out their crazy impulsive nature, their humor, their, you know, playful comments, their ability to play and enjoy things that other people would never see them do. It's like when they admit to their true self, they would admit to their true self if they were around you. They would also feel confident. You would give them enough inner peace for them to be able to not judge themselves, to feel like they aren't wrong for a second, to feel like they are actually okay with who they are, to feel like they are actually accepted, and therefore they would get this confidence boost. With the rage card here, I feel like this is a really good thing in a way. I haven't had any more controversial cards pop out in the other piles from what I can remember. This rage card though, this speaks to me about they would see you as someone who's not complacent and who will not just accept the status quo if the status quo also happens to hurt them, whether that is physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it may be. You would not let the status quo of the world, or the how things should be of the world, destroy your authentic self. And I feel like I heard sacred rage. Like when I look at this card, it's not just rage to me. Every time I see it, I read it as sacred rage, as you standing up against the bullies, against the oppressors, against those who try to bring you down or to make you what's the word? What is wrong with me today? I cannot speak. Conform. All right, that's the word. So yeah, they would see you as someone who is willing to fight, to be free, to express who you are authentically, which is something you obviously share. Even if that makes you a monster, because I feel like they do feel like a monster. And I also feel like they want to tell you that you are not a monster for being enraged with how the world is and with all the little boxes that society tries to make us fit into. You should not. You are so much more than just a confined space. You are so much more that cannot be, you cannot be contained. And I'm also hearing Miley Cyrus's "Can't Be Tamed," but that might just be me. Like, whatever. If you vibe with that, welcome to the club. You vibe with me, you have good taste. So with this protection card here, I'm also getting the vibe that you can take care of yourself. This character would feel like you are really good at protecting yourself and those you hold dear, protecting your rights and your authenticity, and just in general repelling unwanted criticism, unwanted opinions, and all of that might come from the outside. Let's see what this Kanzite card says to top it off. So we have love, femininity, and transition. This is how, don't forget, this is how your character would perceive you. If you don't necessarily relate to this, this isn't necessarily who you are, but it's how they perceive you. Okay, so we have, as it breaks down barriers surrounding the heart, Kanzite offers unconditional love to heal lingering wounds. Kanzite helps you feel safe while being vulnerable, allowing you to express your love authentically and expansively. A highly vibrational stone, Kanzite's protection can be used as an energetic shield that surrounds your aura and protects it against emotional vampires and negative influences. Yeah, like I was just saying. So basically the energy that's coming through that they would see in you is that you are expressing yourself, that you're staying in your feminine. Your feminine energy doesn't have to be that you're identifying as a female or whatnot. It's just feminine energy. It's an energy, but energy doesn't lie. So you are not afraid to be vulnerable because you know that you can protect yourself in like a third of a second, a snap of a second. You can switch in case someone threatens your peace, threatens to disturb your cozy little universe, I guess, with someone who tries to break down your barriers, your boundaries, not your barriers, excuse me, those are different. Your boundaries. So whatever you tell them, this is how far you can actually touch me and my soul. So let's keep going. The Stone Age and feminine rites of passage. From puberty to becoming a mother, Kanzite supports loving your body no matter what phase of life you are in. And this goes for Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, Venus and Pluto placements. And I find this beautiful because we had Venus in in their cards. And I'm not sure if we had any Scorpio Pluto energies, but I was definitely getting some of that from the overall energy. We had, let me check actually. Okay, we have Venus, we had the King. Okay, we had fire signs, so anyway, Scorpio and Leo still apply. And Pluto basically rules the underworld, and it could also apply like that. So now that we have this out of the way as well, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna shuffle your tarot cards. We're gonna see how you and your character would interact together. And then we're gonna pull advice and a few more things. You will see. So I could not pick the occult tarot. Sorry, not sorry. It was just too good of a fit. Alright. Let's give this a good shuffle. I really hope you are not offended by the cards, because, like, you know, at the end of the day, they're just cards. They're not gonna hurt you. They can't hurt you. And if you're not okay with this, you can always click off the video. Alright, let's see. One more good shuffle, please. And I really want to know how would pile 4 and their favorite character interact. Oh yeah, and we have the serpent here, as in, like, reminding me of the serpent that tempted Adam and Eve in the garden, and with all the flowers, you know, garden themed, whatever. Yeah, could be. So how would pile 4 interact with their favorite character? How would they interact? How would they interact? Alright, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Pentacles reversed. We have the King of Wands. Love to see it. We have the 4 of Wands reversed. Okay. And we have the 9 of Wands. So how would you interact with your favorite character? Now, I cannot not look at these 2 cards. We had 2 kings pop up. We have 1 King of Pentacles and 1 King of Wands. Now, what does that mean to me? Well, to me, it means that you and this character could easily build a legacy together. I feel like you both would be more than capable to set the foundations for whatever it is you guys might want to build, especially when it comes to material gains, and living life lavish, if you want. Luxury could be another thing that would describe the life you two would have together. I definitely feel like you both like to feel nice and cozy and comfortable, and really delight in everything the mortals can take pleasure from food to drinks to dancing to music to lovemaking to whatever you want. And speaking of lovemaking, with this King of Wands here, and Asmodeus rolling it, obviously, now this is basically telling me that there would be some pretty well-defined attraction between the 2 of you. There would definitely be some tension in the air, if you know what I mean. I definitely feel like you guys would tease each other a lot and would flirt a lot, and I feel like it wouldn't even be you wouldn't even attempt to hide it or mask it in any way. I feel like it would just be out there in your face and reciprocated. With this 6 of Pentacles, the vibe that I'm getting is that you guys won't try to balance out your forces with the world anymore. You won't try to, for example, say your whole life you have been taken for granted, and you meet your character and you start building your life together. You won't feel that need to please others anymore. You won't feel the need to give to others anymore when others didn't give to you, or when others didn't help you. If you did receive help from others and you are on this side, you know, then yeah, sure, you might even more than you have, more than you make. But it all depends on how things were said, whether they were in your favor or not before. So this could vary for some of you. With this Four of Wands here reversed and the Nine of Wands, I'm getting tension, a lot of fire, definitely a lot of fire energy. There is a little bit of earth to kind of ground it, but there's a lot of passion. There will be a lot of passion in the interaction between the two of you, and I feel like at some point it would become not unbearable, but it will become a little suffocating. What that passion might translate into is having too many plans, too many things to do, like so much motivation that it turns into stress. A lot of sexual tension that can also turn into stress. A lot of pent-up anger. There might be a lot of yelling. There might be a lot of cursing. There might be a lot of, you know, the ways you let out frustration and pent-up anger can really vary here. But yeah, the two of you with all this fire energy would definitely have some of that. But I mean, where there's a spark, there's a flame. So yeah, you decide how to manage that fire after all. With this Four of Wands in reverse, I also want to say there seems like with the two of you, there might be a lot of partying. There might be a lot of celebrations and a lot of reasons to celebrate. It could be that there's always something that comes up before you guys can celebrate, like there's always something to fix or something to solve. Or it could be that all the partying and the celebrating is trying to fill a hole that's not gonna be filled by just that, and it might just be an outlet for you guys to let out some some steam. So this is what I'm getting in terms of how you two would interact. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna get some advice from your character, what advice they would have for you. And I've sort of mentioned it for the other piles as well, so I'm gonna mention it for you too. When I started this reading, I was really excited because it's fun, right? It's fun to do a reading like this. But I was thinking to myself, you know, this is energy. This energy exists somewhere in the universe. Whether there is someone on this planet with the same energy like your favorite character, or just, you know, an entity, an energy out there somewhere that reflects this same energy. It's not necessarily like imaginary, you know, like it actually can be how you guys would react with this type of energy in your lives, basically. And what a person like this would advise you. So let's see, Spirit. What advice would pile 4's favorite character have from my pile 4s? We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We also have the Page of Wands reversed. Nine of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Oh! Let me see. Actually, I want to reshuffle these, because I'm not sure they are the right ones. Can we do that again? What advice would pile 4's favorite character have for my pile 4s? Okay. We have the Emperor reversed. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Can we get one more? Thank you. And we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. This is almost a little heartbreaking, I'm not gonna lie, because the back of the deck, by the way, is the Seven of Wands. This breaks my heart a little. The advice that this character would have for you is for you to never give up on the idea that you could have everything you desire. As long as you can work, as long as you work for it, you will get what you deserve. However, there's a big message here about you understanding your boundaries and doing better than they did when it comes to expressing yourself, and when it comes to, you know, how you challenge authority is what I'm hearing. Because sure, you can challenge it excuse me, if you really feel like it's unfair, you can get up and leave, but you must be careful and you must be considerate about the way that you do it. You must think about it twice, you know, think about it twice or 3 times and do it once, but do it good, and make sure you make the right decision. Don't just do it from a place of hurt. Don't be rash with your decisions. Whatever you want to build in your life, build it step by step. Don't rush into things, because you will get there provided that you take the necessary steps. And there's also a message here that having the ultimate power, or having like an important position or a prestigious position, does not necessarily equate happiness. It does not necessarily mean that you'll be happy. You're gonna have more and more responsibility the more you ascend, and ask yourself if that is what you want, if that is what makes you truly happy, or if that is something that you want to be, you know, seen as. Because being seen as powerful will not necessarily make you happy most of the time. With this Page of Wands here, I feel like your character is asking you to challenge your motivations, to look behind the reasons why you are doing the things you are, and to look at what your life purpose is, and to ask yourself if you're doing it for the right reasons. And I'm also seeing here that if you've been in pain, if you've been in a cycle, a long cycle that seemed like was never ending, of things going wrong, this energy coming through it wants to tell you that the cycle is coming to an end. Either it already ended, or it's gonna end very soon, and you're gonna see the light of day again, and you're gonna get a new beginning. You're gonna get a new fresh start, and you're not gonna have to deal with pain for a while. You're gonna finally start to see the beautiful parts of life again. I definitely see that there have been some struggle here with you guys, and they just want to reassure you that whatever heartbreak, whatever hardships you're going through, that you're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel very, very soon, and to not give up. I also see here that with the success that you will amass, depending on what success means to you, you should expect, you know, you should expect naysayers still, but that shouldn't necessarily bother you. You don't have to fight everyone that comes to challenge you. You can turn down a lot of people there, actually, but defend what it is actually true to your heart always, and stand your ground and stand in your power when you know that you've worked for something that is truly yours and is truly resonating with you. Because we have the Seven of Wands here. There's gonna be people trying to challenge your achievements or your success, but if you've taken the right route for you, it's not gonna be that hard for you to fight them off and to defend what's yours when you do it for the right reasons. So now that we're done with the heavy, let's take a look at some signs signs and songs that might resonate with this character. All right, let's see, Spirit. So So these signs and songs, not all of them will resonate. There might not even be one that resonates for some of you, I guess, because, well, think about it. There's gonna be multiple characters here, and there's gonna be multiple people with different characters, so not everything is gonna resonate for everyone. Just take what resonates for you. Sorry. So to start, we have chess. Chess might be significant, or strategy. I also heard the letter C. I'm sorry. C or U. It could be a C or a U. So yeah, take that, whichever way. We have S, and we have A, and we also have pillar. Okay, pillar. Okay, stay there. The pillar in one of my tarot decks also represents the Empress, so like the feminine creative energy. So if that signifies anything to you, to me, this character really resonated with Lucifer from the series with the same name. Also Crowley, if this is a C, like it's a U, but I saw it as a C first, so you might have seen it as a C too. Or Crowley from Good Omens. We have S, could be Satan, whatever. It could be anything you guys want or resonate with. But yeah, let's get one more, actually, because we got a lot of initials. They could be initials for names. Okay, and we also have Cage. I heard Nicolas Cage. Okay. Can we get some songs that resonate with Pile Force character? We have a DPF, non je ne regrette rien. I cannot speak French for shit today. This basically translates into no, I don't regret anything. And I realize it's very, very fitting here. Because like we have that conviction card for the character. And it's like they know what they want. They know what they're doing. Alright, we also have Becky G with Mayores. You might like older people. We have Palma Faith, Only Love Can Hurt Like This. And we also have Halsey, Him and I. And one more. Jordan Sparks, Battlefield. So yeah, those are the songs and the signs for you guys. We're gonna do, damn it, one last set of notes, and this one is gonna be on how they might look like and what they might look like. Again, this is just further confirmation for you. So let's see what might Pile Force character look like. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. So we have curvy, or I guess if it's a guy, it could be curvy or well built. We have straight hair. We have unusual hairstyle. I'm really getting Crowley vibes here. And we have totally your type, don't even worry. Okay. We have soft features. Oh, and the last one. So I don't know why my camera stopped recording on the last one. The last one was long hair. And I've been blabbering a little bit after pulling this last note for you guys. But I'm glad when I saw the reading interrupted, I was like, holy shit, how much did not get recorded? Anyways, so this is pretty much all I have for you guys. I'm gonna say, for those of you out there who actually resonated with this pile, I do get hella Crowley vibes. So if you guys know Good Omens, I totally recommend watching it. It's the same Fallen Angel. If you don't know, Fallen Angel, Demon, whatever type story. I'm not gonna go into much more detail. It's really fun. It's really funny. If you guys resonated with this as being Crowley, there's also an Aziraphale resonating pile. I'm not gonna tell you which one you're gonna go. You're gonna have to go find it, but this is pretty much all I have for you.